Good morning, everyone. Okay, and work we have the first card is the Magician. Beautiful. So in this deck, the keyword is transmutation. Um, so there's a lot going on. There are crystals in this deck, all sorts of cool stuff. But the Magician is the first card in the major arcana where we realize that we have all the tools. We've learned all the lessons from the minors. We earned our sword, we earned our pentacle and our wand and our cup. So we've realized we've gathered a lot of experience, and with all that experience, we can start to make things happen in our lives that um, we want to manifest. So maybe this goes along with that Six of Swords of thoughtfully saying, hey, I can do something about this. I have skills. If I don't like my job, I can get a new job. Um, or you may be calling upon you may get a new project or something at work where you are called upon to use some of these talents and tools. Let's see what the next card is. That's a nice card to get in the work category. Ah, and the death card. So transformation. So some people will be experiencing either literally they'll get different projects, their jobs will change, something like that. Or it very much though could be like, because the sword popped out of the magician card and we have the six of sword, is that you are thoughtfully changing how you do your job, how you approach your job. You're bringing more thoughtfulness in consciously changing how you approach things on the job, how you present yourself, how you're thinking about things, and maybe a little bit reinventing yourself, even if you're staying in your new job, in your same job. So that I think the next one I said was home life. It's okay if I will just keep it that way. Okay, so we have the Son of Cups, and it's called the Seeker. So this would be, I think, the Knight, because I believe they're a daughter, which would be the princess or the page. So this is the Knight of Cups. Knights are all about change in the suit that they're in, which is cups, which is emotions. So something at home is changing. New emotions are being brought in, um, but emotionally things are changing around something regarding home life, family. For me, it could be stress because I have my final class this semester, and it's going. I already know it's extremely grueling. Um, so as a segue to that, so I may be actually bringing stress into my life. I'm going to try to manage it well, though. But I just, having said that, wanted to let people know I'm going to do my best to keep up with my readings, but I may miss some. I may not be able to do some monthly ones. But once, mid-December is here, I'm really going to be doing a lot more with the channel and my website. So if you can just wait out until December and bear with me these next few months, I would appreciate it. Okay, so the next card at our home life is the Five of Stones, which is the Five of Pentacles. And it says material difficulty. Um, so usually this card though is when we're feeling like we don't have enough, but it's not necessarily the reality. It's sort of that poverty mindset and feeling like we don't have any help, kind of just really focusing on the negative, and not realizing that either there's help or that our situation isn't as bad as we think. So if you're feeling that way, like you don't have enough, a change in your emotions maybe something you need to actively, we go back to the Six of Swords, that we're actively, thoughtfully changing how we approach things and trying to realize that You know, we often have enough. It doesn't feel like we do often because it's just if we're struggling, but we do have enough. So really, really try to be that message of gratitude from last night is still with us a little bit. In relationships, there you go. Two of Cups even has rings in it. Some of you may be getting taking your relationship to another level. The key word is love. So you're feeling very loved in your relationships this week. It's very supportive. Let's see what the next card is. Wow, and the Empress. And in this card it's called femininity. The Empress is Mother Earth. She's extremely nurturing. So I think people are really going to be nurturing their relationships and feeling very supportive in their relationships this week. Two lovely cards. Some overall cards here. Oh, the Nine of Stones. Okay, so this keyword is material gain. So that's great. So, the only negative card on the table so far is this Five of Stones. And remember, this card does tend to be more in our heads, or more our perception than our reality. And I think the lighting. We're thoughtfully changing our circumstances this week. And it's going to bring material gain. We're going to derive a lot of confidence for thoughtfully making a plan and manifesting change in our life. And the sun, wow. So after this full moon, the sun's going to come out. Wow, the energy of this week is, the tower was coming up a lot for people, and it's actually still coming up a lot for people in September. But I feel like that perhaps people have really sort of heeded that warning and are prepared for some upheaval and maybe thoughtfully actually trying to make some changes instead of waiting for the tower to come in and make them for us. That's what the tower does. If we don't make some changes that are necessary, it tends to come in and say, well, I'll take care of it for you. So we really derive some spiritual enlightenment about how our thoughts and how we can affect and direct our lives, and that we don't just have to sit there and go along for the ride. That we manifest in how we think and how we approach things and our perspective and what we nurture. And being able to, if things aren't working, transform and change them. I do see some positive things coming in the work department that's going to make us feel better at home. And our relationships are very supportive this week. So really nurture one another. If there's anything you can really practically do to change your situation, do it. It's going to bring good results. I mean, to have the Nine of Stones, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Sun, we're going to be feeling actually very wealthy and warm and enlightened near the end of the week. Thank you for bearing with me. Bye.